Welcome to the Tech Pod by Signal Alliance Consulting, a subsidiary of Signal Alliance Technology Holding. On the Tech Pod, we break down tech terminologies and share tech trends as it affects work, life, and the economy.
My name is Kingsley Yang. I am the practice lead for Management and Source Service for Signal Alliance Consulting. Today we'll be talking about the Japa Syndrome, its effects in the Nigerian economy, and also its effects in all industries, especially the IT industry. First of all, I would like to explain to us what the Japa Syndrome is all about. The word Japa is coined from the Yoruba word, which means leave. In the context of this conversation, the Japa Syndrome has taken a lot of buzz in the internet of recent. The Japa Syndrome basically means mass exodus out of a country to another country in search for a better pasture. It could also be as a result of, a search for security, as well as it could also be for economic reason. Today, Nigeria has recently witnessed an uptick in the number of skilled workers migrating to other countries, basically for security reasons, some for economic reasons, and some to make a better livelihood. Those who seek greener pasture abroad often take with them years of training and years of skills that they've acquired locally within the Nigerian space. And there are a lot of concerns that human capital exports has created a manpower gap in different sectors in the Nigerian economy, ranging from the health sector, which are heavily affected with this Japa syndrome. And one of the most affected sectors as well is also the engineering sector, and you also look at the information and telecommunication sector, which have also had their own fair share of the Japa syndrome. Also, the Japa syndrome has also caused a lot of paradigm shifts in terms of the labor market, changing it from employers focused to employee focused. Oftentimes, before now, organizations have been more focused on the employers than the employee. But the Japa syndrome has created a different paradigms, and organizations are now looking at focusing more on the employee than focusing more on the employer. A lot of experts have had a fair share of arguments as regards to the Japa syndrome and how it can be better managed. Experts have argued that the resultant brain drain from the Japa syndrome, from the current Japa syndrome, would lead to a loss of potential entrepreneur and shortage of skilled manpower. That means that over time, we don't pray to get to a situation whereby we would be sourcing around looking for qualified resource to hire. But from the look of things, that is where it's going. This has also introduced a new competition within organizations. Before now, organizations usually compete within themselves on how to convert and retain customers, and also how to increase and gain more market share. But today, the competition to retain talent is posing even more challenges to business owners. And expert has also opined that for organizations to be able to curb the Japa syndrome, they have to create a more flexible working hours. IT also has moved from traditional IT to cloud computing, which means that also remote work has also set in place, helping as well to cut the Japa syndrome. But we cannot overemphasize the fact that with all these measures, there are still a lot of mass exodus outside the country, leaving organizations short of skilled laborers. The financial sectors, which are the heavy consumers of technology or whose business are mostly driven by technology, focus has a lot of impact of the Japa syndrome within the organizations. Also, other sectors like the health, like I earlier said, also have this negative impact as a result of the Japa syndrome. Now, what are organizations? A lot of organizations has looked at other ways aside creating a flexible work hour, aside adopting a cloud solution that can be managed anywhere. Organizations are now beginning to look at how to partner with other organizations to be able to mitigate the risk of the Japa syndrome to their business. And most organizations are now looking at managed services. Managed and outsourced services cut across different aspects. You can talk of managed and outsourced services even within the cleaner space. I'll take a practical example. When you go to a more structured organization in today's world, most organizations are beginning to outsource some of their services. For example, the cleaning services. Most organizations outsource it to a cleaning company so that they can be able to focus on their core businesses. Also, if you go and look at within the IT sector, practical example, an IT sector department in a bank. So if you go today in the IT department in the bank, you'll find out that there is a whole lot of shortage of skilled resources within certain areas, ranging from your network engineers, ranging to your core application support, ranging to your developers. Because today, in today's world, mobile application is what most of the banks are running with. So there are a lot of shortage of developers across that areas. And now organizations are now looking at outsourcing some of those services or partnering with organizations that have a pool of skilled resources that they can use to meet their businesses. Understanding these challenges within the economy, Signal Alliance has built its competencies around managed services, where we have a pool of resources, skilled IT resources across different areas of IT, ranging from your user support engineers to your network support engineers to your core application developers, down to your custom application development. We have several use cases where we've helped organizations mitigate Japa syndromes, especially in the banking industries, in the manufacturing industries, in the oil and gas industries, practically every sector of life. You may be interested to look at some of our use cases of how we helped the organization transform their IT management to a more structured using the managed services model. You can reach us at www.saconsulting.ai, or you can reach out to me personally, keyoung@saconsulting.ai, or through my mobile 080-3455-2945. Thank you.
Till another episode, do well to follow us across all our social media handles at SA Consulting and visit our website on www.saconsulting.ai.